Attorney General Alberto Gonzales came to the House Judiciary Committee today with literally the same script he used for his Senate appearance last month. In our third story tonight, despite a flurry of new developments, including one bombshell landing while he was testifying, Mr. Gonzales rehashed last month's widely criticized performance, sometimes word for word.
I have provided the committee with a rather lengthy written statement
detailing some of the department's work under my leadership
to protect our nation, our children, and our civil rights. In recent weeks, I have met or spoken with all of our U.S. attorneys to hear their concerns.
These discussions have been open and frank.
These discussions have been open and, quite frankly, very frank. Recognizing my limited involvement in the process,
a mistake I freely acknowledge.
a mistake that I freely acknowledge, I have soberly questioned my prior decisions. I think we agree on what would be improper.
I think we also agree on what would be improper.
It would be improper to remove a U.S. attorney to interfere with or influence a particular prosecution for partisan political gain. I did not do that. I would never do that.
I would never do that.
In a happier time, it would have looked like a shampoo ad. No mention of today's report in the National Journal that the Bush administration is sitting on secret emails between the White House and Department of Justice, emails which show that White House staffers, including Karl Rove's assistant, knew beforehand that information the DOJ gave Congress early this year was not true. Information such as the plan to use the Patriot Act to appoint U.S. attorneys without Senate confirmation, and the fact, only revealed later, that Mr. Rove was involved in getting at least one of those U.S. attorneys hired. The report, also quoting unnamed senior administration officials, is saying Gonzales has seen those secret emails and even today is not telling the Congress the truth, a suspicion members of the House appears to have shared.
Did the president select Mr. Iglesias to be put on the termination list? No, the president didn't select him. Did the vice president select him to put him, Mr. Iglesias, on the termination list?
No.
No. Okay, so the president didn't, the vice president didn't, you, the attorney general, didn't, all of the assistant and former deputy attorney generals didn't put Mr. Iglesias on the termination list. So who did? You won't tell the American people who put Mr. Iglesias on the list to be fired. It's a national secret, isn't it?
Congressman, if I knew the answer to that question, I would provide you the answer.
If you assume that the nation's top lawman, expert, one would think, in evidentiary rules and standards of proof, would have a solid basis for any factual claim under oath, pay close attention.
You said you don't know who put Mr. Iglesias on the list. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But you said you knew the president and the vice president didn't. How do you know they didn't?
Well, I just know that they would not do that.
Why not? Unless there was something wrong with that answer.